students. I am Dr. Nikita, the faculty of CSE department, as an associate professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. Today, I am going to deliver the lecture on the topic e-commerce. So, in this topic, we will cover the e-commerce application. The e-commerce application is the same topic in EVS exam, which is in Unit 3, and the same topic in ECS exam, which is in Unit 1. So students, let's start about the e-commerce applications. So, what is e-commerce and explain its application? You all are aware about the e-commerce. So let's start an introduction and a basic definition with e-commerce, and after definition, after understanding, or we can say some little bit revision about e-commerce, then we will further move on the applications of e-commerce. So students, let's start with an introduction. In terms of e-commerce, that is electronic commerce, is use of an electronic medium to carry out commercial transactions. So most of the time it refers to the sale of products through internet. So it is the way, or we can say it is an electronic medium by which we can sell the products with the help of our internet. So the buying and selling of products and service by business and consumers through an electronic medium without using any paper document. Such type of buying and selling of product process is known as e-commerce. So it is widely considered the buying and selling of products over the internet, but any transaction that is completed through electronic means is considered as the e-commerce features, which includes scalable, reliable, secure and cost effective. So here are the some features. We can say just an introduction about the features which is related to our e-commerce. They are scalable, reliable, secure and cost effective. So here is a definition of e-commerce: sharing business information, maintaining business relationship and conducting business transactions using computers that are used to connect to telecommunication network is called e-commerce. So e-commerce is the sharing of our business information, maintaining their relationship and also conducting business transactions with the help of computer which are connected to the telecommunication network. So such process is known as e-commerce. So e-commerce is a process of buying and selling of products and services by business and consumers through an electronic medium without using paper document. So it is considered the buying and selling product over the internet. So here is the e-commerce application in inter-organization, which is related to business to business. In B2B, you can say here B2B, which includes supplier management, inventory management, distribution management and channel management, because it is related to the business to business, which is the part of inter-organization. Inter-organizational within business, which includes work group management, collaborative publishing, sales for productivity. All are the part of inter-organization within the business. In customer to business, that is C2B, which is related with social portals, transaction portals. So here are the some elements of internet, extranet and internet e-commerce. These are the elements which is based on e-commerce type: access, security, payment methods and trade with means trading partners, you can say. So how these elements are interact with our internet, extranet and intranet. So let's see one by one. First is e-commerce type. In internet, it is basically used for business B2C, which is the example of mail order via the web. In extranet, B2B means procurement and fulfillment, and in intranet is the internal procurement and their processing. Now in access, in internet it is unrestricted, means anyone can access a URL address. In extranet it is restricted to company, employees, staff and their business partner. Now in element of access, in intranet it is restricted to company, customer, employee and staff. Now in terms of security, in internet generally minimize the aspect of wearing credit cards, financial transaction, integrity. Now in extranet, firewalls and restriction access to data and their application, and in intranet, firewalls to eliminate known companies, employees. So in the term of payment mode, credit card or electronic cash are required. In extranet, in payment mode, predefined credit agreements between businesses, and in payment mode, in intranet, within business charges are used. And the last is the trade. In the element of trading, here internet is untrusted customer, in extranet trusted trading partners, and in intranet they are trusted employees. So here are the elements which is related to the e-commerce, which contain various elements and they are based on the technology internet, extranet or intranet. So what sorts of e-commerce or you can say e-business are there? Selling advertising space, selling an online service and selling a retail service, all are the e-businesses. So come to our next point, e-commerce applications. Now application of e-commerce are basically used for various business areas such as retail and wholesale and manufacturing. So here are the some applications of e-commerce are online marketing and purchasing, retail and wholesale, finance, manufacturing, online auction, e-banking, online publishing, online booking, all are related to the applications of our e-commerce. So here is the first application is online marketing and purchasing. Here you can see these are the online marketing which they are related to their different services, different sites, maybe game marketing, blog marketing, seeding marketing, global map marketing. These are the different online marketing sites with the help of which you can do e-commerce. So in online marketing and purchasing, data collection on customer behavior, preferences, needs and buying pattern, which is possible through web and e-commerce. So it helps marketing activities such as price fixing, negotiations, product features, enhancement and relationship with the customer. All are related to the online marketing and purchasing. Now next is the wholesale and retailer. These are the small business which related to their wholesales and retailers. So in this, e-commerce has a number of applications in retail and wholesale, but in retail or you can say in online retailing, in this the selling of the goods from business to customer through electronic store that are designed using the electronic catalogs and shopping carts models. So some cyber malls is a single website that offers different products and services at one internet location. So it attracts the customer and the sellers into one virtual space through a web browsers. So in retail is the sales of goods and services from individual or business to the end user. Now in online retailing, it is a type of electronic commerce used for business to customer, that is B2C, which apply the transactions and mail orders are forms of non-shop retailing. So e-commerce allows small and large businesses to compete on a more level playing fields and also enabling to have customers to all over the world. So here is the, you can say, little bit difference between retail and the online retail. And e-commerce, you all know about the e-commerce, where online retail means sales of goods and services on individual or business to end user, and online retailing is based on B2C, that is business to consumer. So here is the evolution of online retail. Here you can see predictive scenarios and online retail today. In predictive scenarios, the online retail proved to be one of the most promising evolution. But there were predictions on how the online retail sector will take over the brick and mortar stores. So they may follow lower transaction cost, easy market entry, disintermediations, hypermediations, and fast growth. But in online retail today, the prediction did not turn out to be true because disintermediation did not occur. Older traditional firms are taking over as top online sites. So highlighted role of intermediaries. Online customers are not always cost driven and variable role of stores. So here is the some evolution between the predictive scenarios and their today's online retailers. So next is the finance. Now in finance, financial companies are using e-commerce to a large extent. So customers can check the balances of their savings, loan accounts, transfer money to their other account, and pay their bill through online banking, or you can say e-banking. So it is the another e-commerce application which is online stock trading. So many websites provide access to new charts, information about company profile, and analyst rating on the stocks. So next is the manufacturing. Now in manufacturing, e-commerce are used in the supply chain operations of the company, where some companies form an electronic exchange by providing together buy and selling goods. So trade market information and run back office information such as inventory control. So this speed up the flow of raw material and finished goods among the members of the business community. So here are the various issues related to the strategic and competitive which limit the implementation of the business model. So companies may not trust other competitors and may fear that they will lose trades if they participate in mass electronic exchange. So next is the e-banking. Now in online banking, or you can say e-banking, is an electronic payment system that enables customers of the financial institutions to conduct financial transactions on a website operated by the institutes. So Online banking sectors, maybe you can say cyber banking, electronic banking, or you can say home banking, they are related with their advantages and some limitations. So in advantages, they are easy to check balance, they are easy payment of dues, easy transferability, easy handle in finances, wide reach, feasibility of capital management, and you can say international banking and multi-currency handling, all are related to the advantages of our online banking sector, or you can say cyber banking, electronic banking, or you can say home banking. So these are the advantages. So let's move about the limitation. Brand name plays an unavoidable role. First is they play an unavoidable role. Next, no switching cost increase rapidly. Next, threats of subsidies. Next, threats of negative information. All are related to the limitations of our cyber banking, online banking, electronic banking, and home banking. So next is the online booking, is the next application of our e-commerce. So in online banking, the IBE, that is Internet Booking Engine, is an application which helps the travel and tourism industries, which supports reservation through the internet. So it helps consumers to book flights, hotels, holiday packages, insurance, and their other online services. So this application for the aviation industry, as it has become one of the fastest growing sale channel. So you can understand the online booking is the fastest growing sale channel, which is the application of IBE, that is the Internet Booking Engine, which is helpful for traveling and tourism industries. So online publishing is the next application of our e-commerce. In this, it refers to as e-publishing, or you can say digital publishing. So e-publishing is also known as digital publishing. It includes the digital publication of e-books, digital magazines, and the development of digital libraries and their catalogs. So they all are related to our digital publishing, or you can say e-publishing, or you can say online publishing. So here is the e-retailing business model. These are the different e-retailing models which are related to their different advantages. So let's read one by one. That is virtual merchandise. Merchants means single channel web firms creating revenue from online sales. Now next is clicks and mortar, means operate both online and physical space. Catalog merchants means first establish brand name, use the strength of image to sell or mail printed catalogs. Order are received by mail or toll-free telephone numbers. Online means generate revenues from rents and service paid for by retailer who sell on their site. And the next is the manufacturer direct, means sell directly to customer online without interventions of retailers. So these are the e-retail business models: virtual merchants, click and mortar, catalog merchants, online malls, and their manufacturers directs. All are the e-retailer business models. So here is the online service sector. In this service, companies are those companies that provide service or perform tasks for its customer, which may include consumers, business, governments, and their other organizations. So here you can say the major services industries group are finance, insurance, real estate, travel, legal and accounting, business services which include consulting, advertising and marketing, and information processing. Next is the banking services and educational services. And here are some other services. You can say largest and among rapidly expanded part of the economies in advanced industrial nations. So in the US, the service sector employs about 4 out of every 5 workers and accounts for about 75% of all economic activity. So in the service sector, it offers extraordinary opportunities to deliver information, knowledge and transaction efficiency. So these are related to our online service sectors. Next is the online travel services. So in this, it is one of the most successful B2C e-commerce segments in which travel is an information intensive product requiring significant consumer research. So in travel market, segments includes airline tickets, hotel reservations, car rents and their tours. So they may include some benefits and limitations. Here are the online travel services. You all are aware about these: Yatra, Make My Trip, Clear Trip, Travel Group, Expedia, Travelocity, iXiGeo, Zoo, Mantra. So you all are aware about your online travel service. So let's read about their benefits. Easy fare comparisons, easy fare tacklings, free information, prospects of potential saving, one-stop shopping, paperless environment, and last is a personalized service. Now in limitation, internet inaccessibility, difficult of usage, complex trip required specialized knowledge. So the online travel services related to their benefits and their limitation. And here is the some online services, names of some online travel services. So now next is the online career service industries. Here are the jobs, or you can say careers. Career is related to our job also. So some online career services which utilize job seekers, job offers, recruiting firms, government agencies and institutes which are related to their career, and they always secure about your jobs and they are always concerned about your jobs. So it is one of the e-commerce application, that is online career service industries. So application of online career service industries helpful to finding a job, writing and posting resumes, career planning, news groups, they are helpful for your career services. So here are some advantages and some disadvantages of your online career services industries. So let's read about advantages. It provides the ability to advertise to a large number of job seekers and provides the ability to save on advertisements cost. They also provide the ability to reduce the cost of processing the application by using electronic application forms. It also provides the ability to search highly skilled employees. So these are the advantages. So let's move about the disadvantages. Many people do not use the internet, and security and privacy issue. The third is the online career services are not very suitable for non-technological oriented jobs. So here are the advantages and disadvantages of your online career services industries. So in online retail estate services industries, so in real estate transactions are an ideal area of e-commerce with the help of some following reasons. First, potential buyers can view many properties on the screen which results in saving time for not only the buyer but also for the broker. Potential buyers can make mortgage or rental comparisons or their calculation. So potential customer can view information such as neighborhood, crime reports, or before taking a final decision. So we can say e-commerce is very helpful for our real estate transactions also, or you can say online real estate service industries also. So in online insurance industries, in this it has significantly improved to include more plans than ever before and entirely online application processes. So online insurance has enabled customers to receive quotes, apply for coverage, signed electronically, and pay by credit cards. So all approximately within 10 minutes. So these websites related to your online insurance industry helpful to operate as marketplaces, which enables customer to make comparison online for a variety of insurance products including automobiles and their life insurance. So here is the amazing viability of online films. These are the strategic analysis and financial analysis. So firstly, in strategic analysis, general factors will be barrier to entry, power of suppliers, power of customer, existence of substitutes, competition, and industry value chain. So here is a film specific factors which affects the availability of online films, such as film value chain, core competencies, synergies, technologies, social and legal challenges. Now in financial analysis, it includes some general factors like sales, cost of sale, gross profit ratio, operating expenses, net profit, balance sheet. So these are the analysis viability on online film, which is related to their strategic analysis, which includes some factors, and in journal factors they are related to their strategic analysis, and in firm specific factors they are also related to our strategic analysis. Now in financial analysis, it includes some other factors that are sales, cost sales. So these are the online films. So students, let's revise what we have covered in the applications of our e-commerce before going to our finishing slide. So here we have covered some application. Firstly, we have covered introduction part. Then we have covered some applications, definitions of e-commerce, how e-commerce helpful for B2B and B2C. We can say like inter-organization, that is business to business, or inter-organization, that is within the business, or you can say customer to business also for social portals or transaction portals. So here we have covered the elements of internet, extranet and their intranet related to our e-commerce, which include their elements. In elements includes type, access, security, payment methods and their trading. So how these types react on internet, extranet or intranet, how they behave on different internet accessing services. So next slide we have covered what sorts of e-commerce are there. We have covered selling advertisement space, selling and online services, on a retail services. So let's come on the next slide. We have covered is the application of e-commerce. In application we have covered all these applications. Like first we have covered online marketing and purchasing. These are the sites. Maybe some students follow up these slides. These are the some scenario lines, or you can say scenarios or lines where we use our online marketing and purchasing. Here next application we have covered is retail and wholesale. In retail and wholesale, we have covered how selling of goods related to business to customer. And in retail, online retailing and e-commerce, we have covered in retail goods and services which is related to our individual or business to the end user. But in online retailing, they are used business to customer transactions. So in next slide, we have covered evolution of online retail, their predicted scenarios and their today's scenarios. And in finance, how transaction to be done with the help of some saving accounts, some loan accounts, transaction of money can be possible with the help of our finance. So in manufacturing, we can say how supply chain operates in manufacturing with the help of their buying and selling of goods. Trade marketing information, we have covered this application. And next is our e-banking, how e-banking is helpful for transaction of your financial aspects, or you can say transaction of your money. And here are the some advantages and limitations related to our online banking sectors, or you can say home banking, electronic banking and cyber banking. And next is the online booking related to our tickets and seats, so which is done by the internet booking engines. So next we have covered online publishing and how e-retail business models, virtual merchants, click and mortar, catalog major merchants, online malls, manufacturer, direct, all are our e-retail business models. Now in next online service sectors, we have covered how they affect our business also, we can say, which include their customer or business, government and other organization. So these are the online travel services, how they helpful for our business to customer e-commerce segments. Now next is our career services. We have covered how job seekers, job offers, recruitments and the government agencies and institutes follow the online career services. So these are helpful for finding jobs, matching and posting resumes, career plannings and news groups. So these are some advantages and disadvantages related to our online career services. So it's an online retail, how real estate is also helpful, or you can say real estate is the one of the best application of our e-commerce, you can say, which is helpful for buyers and brokers also. So these are the insurance, online insurance industries we have covered in our application of e-commerce. Now some amazing visibility of online firms on the basis of their strategic analysis and their financial analysis, and what will be the factor related to our strategic analysis and film analysis we have covered in this slide. And so students, this was our last slide. So student, it was all about the applications of e-commerce. So students, thank you very much for your kind attentions. Thank you. Thanks a lot.